There are nights when heaven lowers its voice, and tonight, Taurus, the universe whispers your name through laughter and light. Have you felt an invisible excitement in the air, as if something beautiful were rushing toward you? Have you noticed how time slows when you smile lately, as if destiny itself wanted to dance beside you? Baba Vanga once spoke of a sign of earth whose joy would open the gates of fortune. That sign is you. This evening, under a sky woven with Venus and Jupiter's harmony, a divine frequency awakens, a code that multiplies love and luck for those who dare to believe. Something extraordinary is about to cross your path. A visitor, a message, a revelation wrapped in music. Don't move. The portal of joy has already opened. Taurus, the air around you is trembling with celebration. What you once prayed for in silence now returns dressed in laughter, song, and the fragrance of divine timing. You've endured long seasons of patience, of giving more than you received, of holding the world steady while your own heart waited. But destiny never forgets what is sown in faith. And October 2025, with Venus lighting your fifth house of pleasure and Uranus shaking your very roots, is the month when heaven pays its debts in delight. The universe is hosting a feast in your honor. It begins subtly. A phone call that feels warmer than usual, a message that carries more tenderness than words should allow, a chance encounter that sparks both peace and electricity. These are not coincidences. They're the first notes of a cosmic symphony tuned to your rebirth. Jupiter in Gemini expands your voice and your magnetism. Everything you speak carries vibration. A compliment becomes a blessing. A promise becomes a contract with the divine. That's why you must speak with beauty now. Your words are seeds of gold. Baba Vanga foresaw this alignment as a festival of renewal, when the souls of earth signs would dance with unseen hands guiding them. She described it not as chaos, but as choreography, life rearranging itself to make space for what truly belongs. That rearrangement begins in you. Your energy, once dense and cautious, now vibrates lighter, quicker, more radiant. You might find yourself laughing for no reason, feeling gratitude that swells from nowhere, or waking with music in your head that you don't remember hearing. These are not moods, they're signals. The portal of joy is transmitting. Every blessing comes with an instruction, Taurus. Receive without suspicion. You have spent years earning every good thing with effort, proof, and struggle. But this time, the blessing doesn't require labor, only permission. You are not being tested. You are being celebrated. Look at your hands. They're glowing with the residue of prayers once whispered in despair. Look at your reflection. That quiet confidence isn't pride, it's recognition. The universe finally mirrors your worth back to you, multiplied. Love approaches not as fantasy, but as partnership born from respect. Fortune doesn't crash in through chance, it arrives through alignment, and both are converging now in a perfect duet orchestrated by Venus herself. Can you feel it? That hum beneath your ribs? That's your soul adjusting to higher voltage. The divine surprise that approaches is not new. It's the return of something promised long ago, a dream delayed, not denied. It comes in double measure because you endured without bitterness. The heavens reward endurance with sweetness, but listen closely, child of earth. The feast is not outside of you. It begins in the vibration you emit when you finally allow happiness without guilt. Joy is not the reward, it's the key. And tonight the door has already turned on its hinge. Stand still for a moment. Feel the pulse of life around you. The light flickers differently. The air holds fragrance. Even silence feels melodic. That's how you know the divine surprise is near. Reality begins to glow at the edges. Now, Taurus, anchor this energy with a sacred declaration. Write it in the comments and speak it aloud to seal the portal within you. I open my heart to joy and allow divine surprises to find me with ease. Let the words vibrate through your breath. Feel them ripple across your chest. The universe has heard you. The The alignment is complete. Everything you bless with gratitude tonight multiplies by 2. And if this message resonated with your soul, leave your hype on this video. Like, comment, and share it. Join as a member if your heart feels the call. Each hype you give strengthens this current of joy, expands this light, and sends it to other souls who are ready to remember that heaven still throws parties for the faithful. Taurus. Do you remember how it felt to believe the universe had forgotten you? Those long months, maybe even years, when your patience felt like a punishment instead of a virtue. You kept moving, holding others, keeping faith alive for everyone else, while your own flame flickered low, and yet you never let it die. That endurance has not gone unnoticed. Venus, your ruling planet, has been tracing the map of your heart all year, collecting every tear, every dream deferred, every silent prayer. And now, with her return to Virgo, she stands ready to pour them back upon you as gifts of clarity, healing, and unshakable beauty. This is the secret of the celestial banquet. You are not merely being rewarded, you are being realigned. The energies that arrive now are not random joys, they are precise corrections, moments of harmony returning to places where chaos once ruled, love returning where fear once stood, abundance flowing into spaces where scarcity had been normalized. And yes, it will feel surreal at first, as if the universe suddenly became too generous. You may find yourself second-guessing good news, questioning affection, wondering if it's too much. That's how you'll recognize it's divine. Because divine love always feels larger than what you think you deserve. Vanga foresaw this sensation for Taurus specifically. She said there would come a time when the child of Earth would feel dizzy from blessings. She warned not to resist the dizziness, but to dance with it, to let the joy expand you instead of frightening you. So let's ask the question together. Why does happiness feel risky? Why do you sometimes shrink when light enters your life, as if joy were a storm to hide from? Because, Taurus, you've spent so long surviving that thriving feels foreign. But look again. Jupiter in Gemini is teaching you to speak your happiness out loud. No more keeping it quiet just in case it disappears. What you express now multiplies. Say it, celebrate it, name it as yours. Tonight, imagine yourself walking through an invisible doorway. The threshold glows like liquid gold. Behind you lies the weight of old stories, the version of you who waited, tolerated, endured, and doubted. Ahead lies the rhythm of life as it was meant to be lived, effortless alignment. Cross it with intention. The universe is listening for the sound of your step. The first step is gratitude, not the polite kind, but the fierce kind. Gratitude that trembles through the body and says, I can't believe this is happening, but it is. That vibration tells the universe you are ready to hold more. The second step is trust. Uranus in your sign shakes loose whatever cannot stay. Yes, there might be minor disruptions, plans shifting, sudden changes, unexpected invitations. Do not panic. These are divine edits. The universe is rearranging your calendar to fit your destiny. And the third step is joy. Joy not as emotion, but as command. Because when you choose joy intentionally, you activate every blessing waiting in line to reach you. Joy is not the echo, it's the summoning call. So dance, laugh, sing badly in your kitchen, cook something beautiful even if no one else will eat it. Dress in the color that makes you feel alive. This isn't superficial, it's ritual. Every act of beauty you perform now sends a signal. I am available for miracles. The ancestors hear it. The guides respond. The energy builds around you like a halo of celebration, and in that halo, a surprise begins to take form. A reunion, a message, a love reborn under new stars. It may come from someone you already know, or from someone who recognizes your light before even knowing your name. Either way, the vibration is the same. Destiny disguised as coincidence. Don't analyze it. Feel it. Don't question timing. Honor it. Every pulse of joy in your chest is a compass pointing toward divine timing. You've been through the long winter of effort, Taurus. Now the season of effortless abundance begins. The portal of joy is open, not just above you, but inside you. You are both the guest and the celebration itself. Let this truth sink deep. Heaven does not bless the worthy, it blesses the willing, and tonight you are willing. There are moments when time bends, Taurus. Moments when reality rearranges itself so gently that you only notice afterward, when your heart whispers, something just changed. That whisper has already begun. It starts with a name, a message, a coincidence too perfect to be accidental. You might hear a familiar song from nowhere, receive a sudden invitation, or dream of someone you haven't thought of in years. The divine surprise rarely enters through doors. It walks through your memory, softly. This is not random. Venus and Uranus dancing through your chart are fusing the unexpected with the inevitable. They're rewriting what you believed impossible. Baba Vanga spoke of this hour as the visitation of light disguised as familiarity, and now it arrives. Perhaps this visitor is a person, one who once crossed your path but never truly left your energy. Perhaps it's an opportunity that felt lost, now knocking again under a new name. Or maybe, Taurus, it is a part of you, the radiant self you buried beneath responsibility, stepping forward to reclaim your joy. Whoever or whatever it is, it carries 3 gifts. The first gift, recognition. In this presence, you will feel utterly seen, not admired for your strength but understood in your softness. They will notice the small things, the pauses in your speech, the details you thought no one ever cared about. It will feel like standing under warm sunlight after a decade of shade. But remember, this recognition is not flattery. It is divine reflection. It shows you who you have become while you weren't looking. The second gift, restoration. Something you thought broken beyond repair begins to hum again with life. It might be trust, inspiration, or even faith in love itself. Whatever form it takes, it brings healing that logic can't explain. You'll feel lighter, and not because problems vanish, but because the energy around you reorganizes to carry what your shoulders no longer should. The third gift, redirection. This one comes suddenly. A change in plans, an unexpected encounter, a decision you didn't plan to make but somehow feels right. This is destiny's hand guiding yours, aligning you with an unseen map. Say yes, even if you tremble. Say yes, even if you don't know where it leads. The divine can only move through your willingness. And here's the wonder. This sequence isn't just about romance or luck. It's about your frequency becoming unmissable to the very blessings meant for you. Imagine that. Blessings searching for you, finding you, recognizing your vibration like an old song. Uranus ensures the surprise will not be subtle. When it arrives, life may shimmer oddly. Clocks repeating numbers, lights flickering, goosebumps rising at the perfect sentence. These are confirmations, not coincidences. The physical world bends slightly to greet the metaphysical. Now pause for a breath. Do you feel the anticipation in your chest? That trembling is sacred. It's the body remembering the frequency of miracles. You've carried heaviness for so long that lightness feels strange, almost suspicious. Let yourself acclimate. You're not losing control, you're regaining connection. Some Tauruses will literally receive an invitation to an event, gathering or celebration, a feast, echoing the portal's theme. If that happens, go. Even if you hesitate, go. That meeting may not change everything immediately, but it will mark the beginning of what Baba Vanga called the joyful rearrangement, the phase where destiny stops being heavy and starts being kind. Others will experience the visitation internally, through a moment of revelation so pure, it steals your breath. A realization of why the wait was necessary, a sudden forgiveness that liberates you from years of subtle tension, or a creative impulse so strong it feels divinely dictated. Whichever way it comes, do not doubt it. This is the prophecy fulfilling itself through you. It is the moment your heart becomes an altar, your breath a hymn, your existence the celebration itself. And just as every party reaches its crescendo, so will this energy. By the next lunar cycle, what begins as coincidence will stand revealed as orchestration. So when the signs appear, the call, the message, the dream, the meeting, remember this line. You are not lucky, Taurus. You are chosen. Chosen to experience heaven while your feet are still on earth. There's a quiet after every revelation, Taurus. A stillness where the soul must learn how to breathe again. You've crossed the threshold. You've felt the surge of divine joy. And now the universe asks you one sacred question. Can you hold happiness without needing to earn it? This is the true initiation. When miracles arrive, they bring both radiance and responsibility. The responsibility to protect your peace, to choose what aligns instead of what merely pleases, and to honor your expansion without apologizing for it. You've entered a higher vibration, and higher frequencies demand gentler living. Baba Vanga foresaw this exact stage for Taurus. She called it the calm flame, the point when an earth sign learns to burn with constant warmth instead of consuming fire. It's the moment the heart stops chasing and starts receiving. But to stay here, you must release the instinct to over-explain your blessings to those who won't understand them. Not everyone around you will celebrate your new light. Some will see your glow and mistake it for arrogance. Others will want to borrow your energy without earning their own. You must learn to bless them without letting them drain you. Compassion does not mean self-erasure. Imagine your joy as a sacred garden. You've tended it through drought and storm. Now that it blooms, it needs boundaries, not fences of fear but gates of discernment. Who you allow into this garden determines how long it thrives. That's where Venus in Virgo becomes your ally. Her energy teaches elegance through simplicity, devotion through detail. She whispers, curate your joy, beautify your boundaries. That means saying yes only to what sings in the same key as your peace. That means walking away, kindly, firmly, when something demands you shrink. Jupiter in Gemini amplifies your voice now, not to shout, but to declare. This is the time to speak your new truth out loud, to name what you need, and to refuse the guilt of being radiant. Every time you express your joy authentically, the universe responds with more evidence that you are right to trust it. Still, there will be echoes from the past, small tests of faith disguised as nostalgia or doubt. An old situation may resurface. A familiar temptation may call your name. It's not punishment, it's calibration. The universe is checking whether you've learned that joy doesn't require justification. Here's the secret. Joy is sacred discipline. It's not reckless pleasure or naive optimism. It's the art of choosing alignment even when fear whispers, what if it doesn't last? Taurus, it will last, as long as you feed it with gratitude instead of anxiety. When the nights grow quieter and you wonder if the magic is fading, remind yourself, energy doesn't vanish, it evolves. This portal didn't open to give you a temporary thrill, it opened to anchor permanent transformation. But you must stay in conversation with your own light. Every morning, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What am I grateful for right now in this breath? 2. What drains me that I no longer owe attention? 3. What beauty can I create today, even if no one sees it? These 3 questions will keep you in rhythm with divine joy. And if you ever doubt your worthiness again, remember the prophecy. The child of earth will host heaven within their chest. That's you, Taurus. Heaven didn't visit you. It took residence in you. Now, as you integrate this vibration, notice how life simplifies. Complications unravel. You begin to prefer peace over drama, sincerity over performance, stillness over noise. Even your desires change. They become cleaner, quieter, but infinitely stronger. Love deepens too. Those who truly belong to you will not be intimidated by your light. They'll harmonize with it. They'll bring stability to your joy, not shadows to test it. You'll recognize them by the calm they bring, not the chaos they offer. Financially, doors open almost effortlessly now. Venus blesses your work with favor. Jupiter multiplies opportunities through communication and visibility. But abundance will not be about more, it will be about fit. You'll attract what matches your vibration, not what flatters your ego. And here's the most profound truth of this phase. The universe didn't send these blessings to distract you. It sent them to train you for grace. Because in the months ahead, you will be called to guide others through their own awakenings. And you can only lead them if you've learned how to celebrate without fear. So keep your heart steady, your joy sacred, your faith playful. You are no longer walking through lessons, you are walking through music. And every step you take now becomes part of a larger song of healing for those who will follow you. Taurus, you've crossed the portal. What began as a whisper has become music. What entered as surprise has become certainty. And now the universe leans close, like an old friend with infinite patience, and says, "You made it." Do you feel it? That subtle shift in the air, that sense that life is no longer happening to you, but through you. This is the rarest of initiations, joy as purpose. The old world taught you that meaning was born from pain, that growth demanded struggle, that the divine only spoke in storms. But Baba Vanga's hidden prophecies always hinted otherwise. She once wrote, "When the child of the earth learns to dance with the wind, sorrow will lose its language." And now, Taurus, you are that child of earth. You are dancing, not to prove anything, but because you've remembered who you are. Every blessing you've received, love rekindled, fortune multiplied, peace restored, is not an ending. It's a beginning. The portal of joy didn't open for you. It opened through you so that others could find their way home by the light you now carry. This is how the divine works. It heals one to awaken many. And when a Taurus heals, the whole earth exhales. Look at the evidence around you. People begin to smile more easily in your presence. Strangers soften when they meet your eyes. Even your silence feels different now. It comforts instead of confusing. You are no longer merely existing within the world. The world is adjusting itself around your new frequency. Uranus still vibrates in your sign, ensuring that life never becomes stale. But you no longer fear change. You welcome it as renewal. Each unexpected shift is a new verse in the same sacred song. You understand now that joy doesn't mean stillness, it means trust. You've learned to let love evolve without clinging. You've learned that money responds not to control, but to creativity. You've learned that miracles multiply when shared. And most importantly, you've learned that softness is not weakness, it's spiritual technology. The heart that stays open becomes a magnet for grace. Now, there is one final act, the culmination of this cosmic celebration. The heavens ask you to offer your joy as prayer, not through sacrifice, but through generosity. Give something, a word, a smile, an act of kindness without expectation. That gesture will ripple through timelines you cannot see, carrying your frequency of light to souls who are still in their waiting season. You will become, without effort, what Baba Vanga called a lamp of steady gold. The most extraordinary miracles are not loud. They unfold quietly in the lives you touch without realizing it. You may never know whose despair was interrupted by your laughter, whose faith returned after seeing your courage, whose dream revived because you believed in your own. That's the hidden meaning of this entire prophecy. It was never only about love and luck. It was about transfiguration. Joy has turned you into medicine. And as the energies of October 2025 begin to settle, the cosmic wheel locks into a new rhythm. The next 7 months will unfold like a crescendo of blessings built upon this foundation. But the real treasure isn't in what arrives. It's in who you've become capable of receiving it. So breathe, smile. The party doesn't end tonight. It becomes your new way of living. You are no longer chasing miracles. You are walking as one. Now, in the glow of this revelation, speak these words aloud. Let them echo in the invisible realm that has been watching and waiting for your consent to joy. I am the vessel of divine joy. I live as proof that love and luck are one in the same. Every blessing that touches me multiplies through me. Repeat it slowly. Once for your past, to bless the journey that brought you here. Once for your present, to claim your rightful joy. And once for your future, to extend your light beyond your lifetime. This is your coronation, Taurus. Wear your peace like a crown. Walk with the rhythm of laughter in your chest. You've passed the test, not by fighting darkness, but by daring to enjoy the light. And if this prophecy touched your soul, if you felt the pulse of truth within every word, then leave your hype on this video. Like, comment, and share it, so others may feel the same awakening. If your spirit calls you, join as a member of this channel. Every act of love amplifies this current of joy and carries it to those still searching for hope. Because joy shared is joy multiplied. And tonight, Taurus, you are the proof that heaven celebrates through human hearts.